Iraq is a country that appears often in the news. This is because of its important location, its history, and its resources. Iraq is in the Middle East, between countries like Iran, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. It has faced many wars, changes in government, and big challenges in the last decades. Many people around the world watch Iraq closely. What happens in Iraq can affect oil prices, world politics, and even security in other countries. Iraq's story is not only about problems, it is also about people trying to rebuild their lives and their country. In the news, we read about Iraq's economy, politics, and society. We also hear about its struggles with energy, humanitarian issues, and technology. These topics matter because they show how Iraq is changing. In this essay, we will look at Iraq's current situation. We will see the challenges Iraq faces and the ways people are trying to make things better. Iraq's economy depends mostly on oil. Oil brings in most of the country's money. When oil prices are high, Iraq earns more. When prices fall, Iraq has less money to spend. This makes planning for the future very hard. Reconstruction is another big challenge. Many cities and towns were damaged during wars and by the fight against ISIS. Some buildings, roads, and schools have been rebuilt. But many people are still waiting for better homes, jobs, and services. The government needs more money to finish rebuilding. Unemployment is high, especially among young people. Many Iraqis cannot find good jobs. Prices for food and other goods are rising. Some families struggle to buy what they need. Corruption also makes things worse, as money sometimes does not reach the people who need it. Still, there is hope. New projects, like building factories and bringing in foreign investment, are starting. If Iraq can use its oil money wisely and create new jobs, the economy could become stronger. Iraq's politics are often in the news. The country has a parliament and holds elections, but forming a stable government is not easy. Different groups in Iraq, such as Shia, Sunni, and Kurdish parties, often disagree. This can lead to slow decisions and sometimes protests in the streets. Elections have brought some change. Iraqis want leaders who listen and act on their problems. But many people feel their voices are not heard. They worry about corruption and old politicians who do not bring new ideas. Some reforms are being discussed. These include new laws to fight corruption and improve government services. International groups like the United Nations help Iraq with advice and support for fair elections. Iraq's future depends on strong leadership and new reforms. People hope that new leaders will focus on building peace, creating jobs, and making life better for everyone. Iraq is surrounded by powerful neighbors like Iran, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. Relations with these countries are sometimes friendly, sometimes tense. Iraq tries to balance its own interests with those of its neighbors. Trade is important for Iraq's growth. Iraq buys and sells goods with nearby countries. But border tensions and security problems can stop trade and slow the economy. Iraq also works with the United Nations and other international groups for help and support. The United States has played a big role in Iraq for many years. American troops helped fight ISIS, but there are still debates about foreign soldiers in the country. Some Iraqis want the United States to help more, while others want less outside influence. Building good relations with other countries is key for Iraq. If Iraq can make strong partnerships, it can trade more, get new technology, and become more secure. Millions of Iraqis were forced from their homes during the war with ISIS. Many still live in camps, struggling for basics like food, water, and medical care. Children miss school, and healthcare is a challenge with damaged hospitals. But there's hope. Aid groups and the government are working to rebuild and help families restart their lives. Iraq is rich in oil and gas. These resources are the main source of money for the country. But managing them is hard. Oil fields need repairs, and old equipment slows down production. Sometimes attacks or problems with neighbouring countries stop the flow of oil. Water is also a big issue. Rivers like the Tigris and Euphrates bring life to Iraq, but water levels are dropping. Dams in Turkey and Iran mean less water reaches Iraq. Farmers struggle to grow crops, and cities sometimes run out of clean water. Iraq has other resources too, like minerals. These could help the country earn more money if they are managed well. But right now, oil is still the focus, and other resources are not fully developed. The government is planning new projects to save water and use energy more efficiently. Working with other countries is also important to protect water and share resources fairly. Iraq's people are young. More than half the population is under 25 years old. Young people want jobs, good schools, and a chance for a better life. Many join protests to demand change. Women in Iraq face special challenges. Some have important jobs in government and business, but many are still left out. They want more rights, better education, and protection from violence. Groups are working to help women and girls achieve more. Iraq is home to many different groups: Arabs, Kurds, Turkmen, and others. Sometimes, tensions rise between these groups. Old arguments and new problems can lead to conflict. But there are also stories of communities working together for peace. Jobs and education are the keys to a better future. If Iraq can give young people and women more chances, society will become stronger and more united. Technology is growing in Iraq, but there are big gaps. Many people have smartphones and use the internet to connect and share news. Social media is popular, especially among young people. But fast internet is not available everywhere, and some areas have no connection at all. Freedom of the press is a problem. Some journalists face threats or violence when they report on important issues. There are also rules that limit what people can say online or in the news. Iraq's infrastructure needs work. Power cuts are common, and phone networks sometimes fail. The government is trying to improve roads, electricity, and internet services. International companies are also investing in new technology. If Iraq can build better technology and protect free speech, it will help people learn, work, and share their stories with the world. Iraq's story is important for many reasons. Its resources, location, and people affect the whole region and even the world. The country faces big challenges in its economy, government, and daily life. But there are also signs of hope and change. Iraqis work hard every day to rebuild their country. They want peace, good jobs, and a future for their children. International help, new ideas, and strong leadership can make a difference. Understanding Iraq's news helps us see how people face and solve problems. It shows us the strength and courage of ordinary citizens. It also reminds us how important it is to support peace and progress everywhere. By following Iraq's story, we learn about the world and about the power of hope and change.